One key to dressing well is knowing who is better to take inspiration from versus who is worth just outright emulating. Because a lot of guys that are on social media, that are in the public eye, that are known for their style, have a tendency to dress in a way that is just a little too out there, a little too unattainable for the average guy. And a lot of guys do it in a way that is actually just very executable for the rest of us. And one guy who does a great job in that very wearable territory is Steve Calder. If you're not following him, make sure to give him a follow. One of the things that I love about his style is it is very casual and very attainable, but there's still an element of dignity and personality that comes through with it. This, for example, is the kind of thing that I would absolutely wear to my daughter's soccer game and not feel like I was overdressed, but I would still feel different than if I were just in the same athleisure as all the other dads are. And it's crucial to understand how he actually executes on this. So, a look like this is rooted in traditional military heritage. There's a little bit of workwear component to it. This is the kind of stuff that would have been considered just normal, everyday, casual dad attire in the 80s or the 90s. This is not stuff that was dressed up or formal, even though we may see it that way today because everybody is in synthetics and gym clothes and other stuff like that. And that combination of like classic casual that's not so old school it feels like a costume, but also not so new school that it just looks apathetic is a really good sweet spot to be in. Another thing to notice is the simplicity of the color palette that he pulls from. By not going with crazy bold colors, by sticking with natural earth tones and a lot of neutrals, it allows you to focus on him. It allows you to focus on the drape, the silhouette, the material, the texture, the other things that actually make it look more lived in and attainable. And as always, it comes back to material in a huge way. I love the drawstring linen trousers that he's got on here. This is a really good example of the kind of stuff that most guys would overlook. You can wear these in the summer when everybody else is in shorts. They're going to feel more comfortable than shorts, and they're going to look a little bit more adult, a little bit more dressed up. And then the other thing that's cool is by going for this olive green color, there's still that little bit of like a rugged component to it that anchors it and makes it feel a little bit more masculine. Now, at the same time, he's got on this great seersucker shirt, very breathable. He's wearing it like a jacket. There's the personality injected with the collar popped. There's elements to his stuff that are subtle in their distinctions rather than just being like 7 or 8 or 9 standard deviations so far out of everyday doable territory that it just becomes goofy. Now, some of his stuff, it does push it too far for me. And again, he's a menswear guy. He's in this world. He designs clothing. He goes to the shows. His job is to push that aesthetic window. And if this is too much, then don't pull from it. Don't emulate it. Don't think that just because somebody may do 1 or 2 things that are beyond what your pale are, that you need to throw out everything that they're doing. Because 99.9% of his stuff is something that most guys could wear and feel phenomenal in.